Well, welcome to Paraguay, even though we're in Mexico City now, right?
Yes, now we're actually in Paraguay. Yes.
So, such a great screenwriter and director, and you're still very young.
Oh,
So-
God bless you.
For the first premiere in 1977, you were a kid.
4 years old, but I remember my dad putting me in the car to go see Star Wars. I think I was 4, so it's probably irresponsible of him to take me that young.
So, do you have many memories from Star Wars from your childhood?
Oh yeah, but because being a kid in the 70s, you don't get to see the movies very much. We didn't have home video. So many of my Star Wars memories are of the toys, and of playing with the toys and telling stories with the action figures and telling my own stories with the Star Wars toys. So now as an adult, to get to kind of do a version of that, it's crazy.
Yeah, and you are very busy now. You have to write a lot. I can imagine.
I'm pretty happy that we get to, I don't know, I had such a good experience making this movie, and it felt so, it felt challenging, but it also felt very, I don't know, it felt good. I had a really good time. So the idea that I can keep working with everyone on these, it's really exciting.
And how long did it take to write this Star Wars: The Last Jedi?
I wrote, for me, fairly quickly. I'm a very slow writer, but it was probably 6 or 7 months to get the first draft of it. For me, that's very fast. And I actually had a very good time writing this. I usually don't. I usually hate writing, but this I actually had a lot of fun.
And what was the hardest part to direct in the movie? Because you write and direct.
Yeah, well, even though I wrote it, once you start directing, a strange switch happens in your head, and it's like you become a different person, and suddenly you had spent all this time with making the script, then as the director, you take the script and you start slashing it and cutting it and changing it up. But I don't know, the hardest part of it, we had a really good time making the movie. There weren't any like huge hard things in it. I guess maybe making a little bubble around us, around myself and the cast and crew, and saying we're not going to think about what Star Wars means to the world. We're just going to think about what it means to us, and just make a movie that will make us happy, and hope that means it'll make other people happy too.
And what do you think people's reaction will be?
I have no idea. I have no clue. Because one of the weird things with Star Wars movies, you don't test screen them. You don't put them in front of early audiences. So nobody has seen the movie. And I mean, a few people have seen it, just people who work on it, but we haven't shown it to a crowd yet. So I know I'm very proud of it, nervous and excited to see what people make of it.
And you usually write and direct your movies like Brick, Looper, and now Star Wars: The Last Jedi. So how do you feel writing a movie that will be directed by others?
It's hard for me to imagine writing something and then not directing it, because writing is the hard work and directing is the fun part. So I don't know why you would just do the hard work and then stop and not do the fun part. So I don't know, but we'll see.
And how do you feel directing movies that have been written by others, because you did it already?
Well, I have only done it with television, with Breaking Bad.
Yes.
So yeah. So and that was a pleasure, because the writing was so good, and I felt so privileged to be working on it. But that was also, it was only a couple weeks of time commitment, very different than the several years of making a movie. So for me, for a movie that's one of my own films, I feel like writing it is a necessary step for me.
And what can you tell us about the cast? How was working with Mark Hamill, with Daisy Ridley?
Mark, I mean, because I grew up, loving Luke Skywalker, it was very strange working with Mark. Every time I would be talking with him, every few seconds, something in the back of my head would say, it's Luke Skywalker. It's impossible to not feel that. So, but he was wonderful, and after a little while that went away, and we just got to work together. And Daisy's incredible. I mean, she's so talented. She has that same thing that Mark has in the original movies, where audiences see her and they immediately see the story through her eyes. And she's very emotionally honest on screen and off. So it was a real treat.
I see you are very happy with your movie. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Can you invite people in Paraguay to see Star Wars de la Ciudad? It will be on December 14th.
Hello, Star Wars fans in Paraguay. My name is Rian Johnson. I wrote and directed The Last Jedi. And I hope on December 14th, when it comes out in theaters, you'll see it and enjoy it. May the Force be with you.